let's say that you like the Ubuntu flavor of Linux, but you want to make it suck less, right? You want to make it more minimal, and you can do that. So if we navigate to the Ubuntu help page here, you'll find a very useful small ISO file, which I'm surprised it's only 64 megabytes. And using this ISO, you can actually install a very base and minimal system on your computer that contains just the bare bones of Ubuntu, which I really kind of liked. So I decided to give it a shot, and while I didn't install it on my PC, I'm still running Arch Linux here, of course. So I decided though to try it, but through VirtualBox, and I found that it's not that bad actually. So we see that I've got it running here. Sorry, I already ran neofetch, but it runs like alright. It's just a basic Linux installation. I don't even think that I have a D menu on here. Let me see. How do I run this? Yeah, I don't have it, so let's get the menu really fast. Slash D menu. So let's just cd D menu. Okay, whatever. Let's just give a plain install here. Alright, cool. So let's try this again. Yes, I don't even think I have Firefox, no. Chrome, Brave. But anyway, it works just like any other DWM install now. Under Ubuntu, you have the option of installing it by a binary, and I recommend not doing that, because if you install it through a binary, then the configuration is locked and you're stuck to whatever has been pre-configured for you. So let's just go through the steps of how to install DWM through this minimal system. So when you're first here, you'll just be greeted with a black screen like this, right? So there's nothing. So what you have to do is that you have to start building the Zorg system. So for me, I guess you can make it more minimal by having certain packages removed, but a simple approach is just to do apt-get install Zinit, I think it's called. Let's see. Yeah, so you install Zinit, and it'll give you a bunch of different Zorg packages, and it'll give you some clutter, and I think you can remove some of that. But the quickest way to do it on here on Ubuntu is just to do it like this, I found. Then I also had some packages. Let's just start X here. Okay. So ignoring VirtualBox, because this is just because I'm running it on the VirtualBox. I needed it to get certain additional things. You have to, in order to build the Suckless software, you need these dependencies for building the sources. So it's libx11 dev, libxft-dev, zorg-dev. And those are, I mean, it shouldn't take too long. It took a little bit of time on my computer because I'm running on the virtual machine, and for whatever reason my hard drive is like 10 times slower, and it seems to like really hog up the hard drive. But anyway, after you've installed those, you can start making and configuring your DWM install just like you would anywhere else. And you would just create a zinit dot zinit rc, and you could just say exact DWM, or like any other scripts and stuff that you've got to start DWM and keep it running in a loop or whatever it may be, you can do it just like in any other install. So the added bonus to I guess doing it this way is that you have the Ubuntu library, right? So you can trust that most of the time, I guess, programs are stable, and they just have that, that forgot to say install. They have that sort of stability backing them, from being built from the Debian core. So yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I like it. Ubuntu was the first distro that I ever used, and it's not bad, but I think over the years it's gotten a bad rep just because of bad PR decisions. Well, not PR decisions, but certain backroom decisions that turned out to be PR disasters. And I think one of the latest ones was the idea to remove 32-bit support, which would, destroy gaming, which is just hilarious. And then once Valve stepped in and argued that they would drop official support for Ubuntu, then they backtracked on that, which was like insane. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoy it. It's not bad at all, and we can see that this desktop right here uses just 149 megabytes of memory. Like, where do you see that? And if you run an even better, more minimal system like Gen 2, you can get it probably down to like the 80s, which is even crazier. But that's about it for this one. I really enjoyed this, and setting it up is really easy. Just get the ISO. Once you get the ISO, install it. It has one of those old school Linux installers. Then once you're at the login prompt, you just log in with the username you created, and then you can start just cloning into the Suckless software, and you can pick out whatever you need. So right now I only have DWM, dmenu, and ST, but I don't think that I'll really use this because once you go to like Arch or Gen 2, I feel like you can't go back to any other distro because the amount of power you're given is just insane. But I think that if you want to have a stable system, because this is also the LTS version here, if you want to have a trusted, really stable system that's, trusted in the sense of like that the software's been tested more, because it's Arch Linux and other rolling release distros have that sort of image of not being fully stable, don't guarantee stability. But if you feel that you need the minimal system but more quote unquote stable in the general sense, then you could do it this way. But it's not as good as doing it through, I guess, Gen 2 or Arch Linux. But that's about it for this one. If you found this useful, please like and subscribe.